Can you explain why is it called Tantra? Because I think that's a word for many people has many different meanings.
Yeah. So for us, what Tantra really means is connection, right? So you can bring in all aspects of yourself as a alchemization process, so that you are embodied in your light and your dark in a responsible way. So Tantra of life for us is, how can I fully become aware of all parts of myself, not be afraid of any part of myself, not be afraid of my shadow or some deep desires, or how can I not just live in shame, right? Or how can I bring awareness to all parts of myself, learn how to alchemize that, how to love myself, and how to become a trustable man and a woman, or they, them, whatever you consider yourself to be, a being. And so that I can, because you cannot have light without the dark. You cannot have one without the other. Like, it's intricately linked, right? How can I live from that place with awareness and with joy and excitement, so I can always bring more and more aliveness to my life? How can I learn to expand and learn how to rest in this new place, and then expand and rest again, so I don't contract back into the lowest common denominator and try to just like live in the safe zone, right? That's what Tantra of life is about. And sexuality is an aspect of it, right? Sensuality, embodiment, awareness, obviously learning more and more tools, but really it's like how, instead of just digging a lot of shallow holes and learning all this cerebral information, how can you put it into practice? How can you live from that place? And we don't delve deep into sexual practices because I feel like that's an advanced step. Doesn't mean that don't explore it, but if you don't have the skill set on how to communicate first, I think your chances of succeeding in that realm are dismal.
So you need the foundation first.
Yeah, and that's what Tantra of life is for us, and a tantric life really for me feels like a full gamut of all of it, right? So that you can be spiritual and you can also do drugs or drink or, have sex with random people, but none of it is out of unconscious action. Whatever you choose, you have your awareness with it. It means that in the middle of the deepest contraction of anger and fear, you have awareness. So never do you not have awareness, right? And that's the mastery, from my perspective, to life, is to always bring the awareness with wherever you go. No matter how messed up you are, if you want to get crazy drunk, retain your awareness, right? And then
how do people, when they get drunk, keep awareness up and stay conscious?
Well, a lot of folks, when they get that drunk, want to lose awareness. That's why they get that drunk. But can you? And that's also one of the David Data practices, like, at the advanced level of through his teacher, is like being so, like, deliberately getting super drunk essentially, or super high, and then retaining your awareness, that you could still operate, you can still be responsible. You don't try to lose yourself, you expand yourself, you expand your awareness, because awareness is infinite. But why are you doing what you are doing? Are you doing it to avoid, to try to escape, or are you doing it to expand your mastery? It's a very different approach to the same thing.
It reminds me of spiritual masters who are in meditation using certain substances that are psychedelically active, and they try to just stay completely clear in their awareness.
Right.
And keep the meditation practice there.
Yeah, I think it's just challenging ourselves, right? Because then our awareness grows, and we realize that we have so much more, we're capable of so much more than what we thought previously. And so when those challenges arise, whether it's in martial arts, when you're, in a cage with another man, or, whatever else, it's like, instead of going to that animal that's just on instinct the awareness that you're still playful. You can still roll with it. You can, and that's when it becomes this beautiful dance, you know.
Yeah.
And that's with everything in life, you know. When you're making love, or you're just, you know, the lizard brain fuck monkey, like Jamie Wheal likes to say, which I love that saying.
Yeah, I love it too, the fuck monkey.
Yeah. Or are you learning how to utilize, because the energy is so powerful. If you know how to harness that energy, magic begins to happen. And why not embrace the magic? And why not? So that's what Tantra for me is for me.